Hi, this is Andrea Schulman again, and in today's quick law of attraction video, I'm going to answer the question, what is a conscious creator? But first, if you're watching this video on YouTube or on my website, please make sure to subscribe because I do put out new law of attraction videos every single week. Also, if you're watching this video specifically on YouTube, please be sure to tap the bell and turn on your notifications so that you see these videos as soon as I put them out. Let's go ahead now and answer this question about what actually is a conscious creator. So the term conscious creator is a term that you hear a lot in the law of attraction community. And I think it's very important that we have a clear definition of what it means to actually be a conscious creator, because being a conscious creator is really where it's at in terms of creating a very fulfilling life experience for yourself. Now, a lot of times the impression that I get is that the way people define conscious creator is that a conscious creator is someone who can manifest what they want. Okay? But I think the definition is a little bit more specific. See, a conscious creator doesn't just manifest what is wanted, but rather a conscious creator is somebody who manifests what is consciously wanted, rather than somebody who manifests things built on negative programming, negative beliefs, or a limited perspective. Okay? So what does it mean to be conscious? Consciousness is awareness. We are all essentially this big collective consciousness having an aware experience. But sometimes we're not that aware, all right? And somebody who is conscious, somebody who's in a conscious state, is someone who has a broader picture. Somebody who can step into a higher state of consciousness where they're operating from a place of really understanding the big picture and how everything fits together. So somebody who's operating at a high state of consciousness can really see clearly, this is the path of my joy. This is a healthy decision for me. This is what is good for my reality, okay? Somebody who is not in a conscious state, and guess what? We're all not always in a very conscious state, including yours truly, okay? But when we're not in a conscious state, we step out of that very broad knowing and we get very sheltered into a more limited perspective. And you can tell that you're in the limited perspective when you really start to get hyper-focused on the mundane details, and this isn't going right, this isn't going right, this isn't going right. And you get kind of that tunnel vision rather than that broader perspective of how everything fits together. And so the reason why I'm bringing this up is that conscious creation isn't just about getting what you want, because you want very different things depending on what state of consciousness that you're in. When you're in a high state of consciousness, you are standing in your truth. You understand what's good for you. You understand what's in alignment with your joy, and you're willing to walk in that direction, regardless of how the chips may fall, because you're very much standing in that broader perspective truth. When you're in a more limited perspective, you're not in tune with what really is your truth. Rather, the things that you want are often built on limited ideas, limited perspectives. And so going after those kinds of manifestations keeps you in this siphon that keeps you stuck in that limited perspective. So let me give you an example. Let's say that you have a crush on somebody and that person gives you mixed signals. Sometimes they're very flirtatious and you love it, and sometimes they ignore you. They don't call you back, they don't text you. They don't really treat you in a very positive way. If you want that relationship, is that relationship coming from the broad perspective of standing in your truth of what's good for you and what's a positive direction in alignment with your joy? Or is that desire coming from a limited perspective of working off of your fears and your insecurities? Okay? See, we always want to be vetting our desires. If we are chasing after things that are built on that kind of a perspective, we are not in the moment being conscious creators. And so If you happen to find yourself in that perspective, and again, we all get there from time to time, it's okay. But here's a quick exercise that I recommend that I think is really helpful. So if I ever feel myself get zeroed in, where I know that I'm not operating consciously and I kind of notice that, this is an exercise I love to do, which is if it's a clear day or night, especially this is helpful, but go stand outside or by a window and look at the sky. And I want you to just look at it and then think about how far out space extends. Really sit there and contemplate how big the universe is from your point in space. Because what that will do, just that simple exercise, is it will take you from, oh my goodness, Johnny doesn't like me, this very limited, small perspective, to, wow, look how big everything is. Look at how everything's fitting together. Look at how grand this operation really is. It will automatically pull you up into a higher state of awareness, because really, if you want to manifest a fulfilling life, if you want to live in your truth, if you want to live in your joy, if you want to live authentically, if you really want to feel free and loving, you want to be manifesting from that conscious place rather than from that limited space. Thanks for watching today's Law of Attraction video. If you'd like to watch some of my longer material, I do have a database full of longer Law of Attraction tutorials that can be found at this link here. Again, please do remember to subscribe and to turn on your notifications. And of course, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.